Welcome to the channel, Scott's Garage HTX. Don't forget the HTX. Well, albeit today, it's not the most exciting video, but it's a video I need to make as part 2 of the engine rebuild for this rotary motor. I wanted to show you what parts I am getting to complete this rebuild. Now, for these parts right here, I need to send them off and get them relapped. They're reusables, and these rotors, they're reusable as well. I can get them all cleaned up. So I am going to clean these up, get them in a box, and ship them out. Now, I'm not able to ship them out right yet because I'm waiting on a rear counterweight for the back end of the engine. See, these motors from a standard came with the counterweight on the flywheel molded into the flywheel right here. But for ease of maintenance, it's a good idea to get an automatic counterweight in the back of them and get a flywheel that matches with that. So you can do maintenance on the clutches and everything relatively easily in the flywheels. That's what I'm going to do. Now, I can't send this stuff off until I get that rear counterweight. I'm going to send all this, what you see here, plus the front counterweight and the rear counterweight, to a place up in Michigan, Chips Motorsports. That's just a place I chose. You can choose any place else, but I kind of trust him to do the work on this. And he's going to relap these irons and resurface them. And then the rotating assembly, I hope he can clean up these rotors and then balance the rotor assembly itself. I am not made up my mind whether or not I'm going to lighten these rotors or not. I'm not sure. And I may have them do a small street port on the irons. I'll get started. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pair what I ordered online right now on the screen, and as I clean these up, because I need to take this apart right here, some of this stuff off, or order him to receive it clean and ready to do his work. And plus, if I ship this stuff out to him, there's no guarantee that it'll be remembered to be put into the box to get shipped back to me. So I'm going to clean these irons up as far as all these other parts and then put them in a box. I got a box here that I'm going to send it in, and this will probably be put into a cardboard box and mailed off to him. I'll get started. Right off the bat, I know I'm going to need rotor housings. Find those. Get a little plug here to Atkins Rotary. I actually use a lot of parts from them. Rotor housings, find mine. There. Need the fronts. Need the rear. I need a closing kit. And the one I'm going to opt for has more than I actually need to close the keg, but I'll use the parts in the future to begin with, so I'll just go ahead and grab this. Select a couple options here. I'm going to go with the Atkins water jackets, Apex Mazda seals, 2mm, and Mazda corner seals. I like them better, and cryo seals. Add this to the cart. Going to need rotor bearings as well. Need 2 of those. I'm going to need some stationary bearings as well. 2 of those. Going to need a rear counterweight. This is for an automatic because on the manuals, the counterweight stock version is molded into the flywheel. But for maintenance, get the rear automatic counterweight and get a lightweight flywheel. And that's a pretty good setup. Flywheel, counterweight, stationary, rotor bearings, close kit, $5,142. Sounds about right. Now on to Chips. Now we're over at Chips Motorsports, and I'm going to order the renitrating and lapping of the irons. This is something you have to do. You have to buy the service first, then send them. When you close out your cart, it'll give you instructions on how to send the irons and where to send the irons to. Do that real quick. Back again. I'm going to get an oversized spacer. Remember, I had a C in there. Now that I'm lapping these irons, I believe I'm gonna have more in play in the eccentric shaft than I did before. So after talking to Chip himself, he said get the largest one. So I'll do that. That's just insurance. I don't have to put everything together and not have spacers to put it together because I have too much in play and then I have to wait another week or so to get that spacer. I'm also going to stud this engine. This right here, the 10mm studs, that is plug and play. That's all you really need. Yep, I want the kit. This way I don't have to remount any of the holes or anything. This was plug and play, no machining required to put these studs in. And check out my cart, has everything I need. Now this isn't going to be the final price on this for sure, because once he cleans the rotors and gets everything balanced and lightened if I want, there's probably going to be extra charges on that, but this will work for right now. Well, that's that. It's all packaged up and I'll get it mailed off as soon as I can. Now I do have some cool stuff coming up with the RX-7. It's this close by my standards to being a 4-season car here in Houston, Texas. Got one more trick up my sleeves. It's pretty cool. I'm really proud of it if it works. It's going to take some fabrication on my side, and it has to do with the intercooler and some fans. We'll see if that'll work, but I'm piecing something together. I'm waiting on some parts and some tools to get it done. Also, when we moved the battery location from the rear of the car to the front of the car, it created a large hole in the carpet of the back of the RX-7, and it's really unsightly. I've got an idea of how I'm going to fix that. Really high-end stuff, Alcantara in the back, diamond stitching. Can't wait to show you that. That stuff is coming in, and it's going to take some fabrication on my part again to get that done. So we got some cool stuff coming up. Stay tuned. Anyway, you guys keep on keeping on. Thanks for joining me. Catch you next time.